Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Love After Lockup Part 2. Season 6, Episode 10. We're in a bad situation. If you haven't seen Part 1, go check that out, okay? Let's get started. First couple, Bianca and Daniel. So, Daniel is drunk and he's in the car yelling at Bianca and calling her a bitch. He wanted to jump out of the car at the next light. She didn't want him to do that, so she pulled over so that he could get out. The producers checked on Bianca to make sure she was okay. She told the producer she needed to be alone, and she drove off. Daniel is doing a diary cam, and he said Bianca makes him crazy, and he can't even stand being in the car with her. So I guess he walked home. Why didn't he just call Uber? 30 minutes later, Bianca got home. She said she doesn't understand why Daniel is drinking when he was so against it. She said she is trying to work at the relationship. She said she doesn't know what to do because they signed a lease together. She said it's upsetting seeing this side of Daniel. So Daniel comes home, and I guess the producers must have given him a ride home because he came home right after she did. When he got into the apartment, Bianca is trying to talk to him about his drinking, but he puts on his headphones and played his video games. He then told her that he wants space. She's still trying to talk to him, but he told her to F off. So she left the apartment to go sit in her car. She said she loved him so much, but he made her feel like shit. So Daniel is texting someone. The producer asked him who was he texting. I don't think he answered because I didn't get the answer. Next, we see Daniel in his car. He's driving home. He said he had a good day at work and he's happy because he's going home to an empty apartment. He said Bianca went out with her girlfriend, so he's going home to an empty apartment to relax and just unwind, having a good old time by himself. No Bianca. When he gets home, guess who's there? Bianca. He said, "You came home early." She goes, "No, I didn't go at all." I think she faked him out. I think she told him that she was going somewhere so that he would come home. Because she know if he knows she's going to be there, he's going to stall and not come home. So she told him she wasn't going to be there so that he comes straight home. Yeah, she psyched him out. She said she's depressed. The reason she didn't go is because she's depressed. She said she's depressed and she's sad. She told him she really cared about him. He told her she doesn't even care about herself. He told her she's in a dark room all the time. She said, "How would you know? You never spend time with me." Daniel told her he stopped spending time with her because she's in a dark room all the time. Daniel's full of shit. Daniel's a gaslighter. He doesn't like Bianca at all. He doesn't like her, you know? She told him that he doesn't care about himself because he's relapsing. She told him he doesn't care about his sobriety. She told him, "Obviously, you don't care if you live or die." Daniel got upset and walked off. Bianca told him she's done with him. She told him she did not want to be with him because he treat her like she's a piece of effing shit. Daniel said, "All right, cool. You don't want to be with me anymore? All right, cool." She told him he's crazy. He told her he need her to say that she's toxic. She told him she used to be toxic. He told her he can't spend time with her because she's not honest. He's just saying all kinds of crazy stuff because he wants to argue with her. Daniel told us in his confessional that when he was drunk and calling Bianca a bitch, that's how he really feels about her. He said a wise man told him that alcohol reveals a sober man's thoughts. Did he meet this white man? This white man. Did he meet this wise man in prison? Which wise man is he talking about? Bianca told him that she deserved more than him. She told him to leave. She told him he shouldn't have signed a lease with her. In her confessional, Bianca said Daniel is not who she thought he was. She said it's unfortunate that she left her entire life and moved across the country for someone like this. She said he's a disgusting person. Bianca said he signed a lease with her because he can't afford an apartment by himself. She said he doesn't make enough money. She said she paid the rent last month. She had to pay the rent last month because he can't pay it. He can't afford the apartment. Daniel said he can't afford the apartment, but he'll find something pretty quickly. I think that's what he said. Because then in his confessional, he said something totally different. He said he said he's not breaking the lease. He said Bianca is the one that should leave. He said she can get a place anywhere. He said he's a felon. It's difficult for him to find housing. He said he's not leaving. Last season, Bianca was the a-hole. This season, Daniel is the a-hole. They reversed roles. Bianca left the apartment. She told the producer she needed a second, and we could hear her crying. When she left out the door, we can hear her crying. Daniel said, you got to take the garbage out. He just called her garbage. Wow. Next up, we have Brooke and JK. So Brooke is on the phone with JK after she got beat up by Alex. Brooke is asking JK 20 questions, and all his answers are no. She said, did she miscarry your baby? JK said no. Brooke said, have you been effing the bitch? JK said no. Brooke said, have you been talking to this bitch? JK said no. But the messy producers, they showed a clip of him entering Alex's house the day before. So then Brooke goes off on him and hung up on him. So next, Brooke picked up her pregnancy test results. She called JK's mother. When she found out that JK was home, she told his mother to keep him there because she's on her way over. When Brooke got to the house, she asked JK's stepfather, where is that piece of shit son of yours? Wow. The stepfather walked into the house and he said to JK, she's here. JK said, who? What do you mean who? How many girls you have coming over, JK? When JK said who, Brooke said, it's the main bitch. But JK is fat. I mean, I'm a little chunky too, but damn, JK is fat. JK looked like he's 8 months pregnant. JK can't bend down. JK can't touch his toes. JK can't even see his toes. He's huge. So Brooke is fussing at him. She's asking him, what does he have going on? She asked him, has he been drinking? She asked him, why haven't he been picking up the phone? She's just fussing at him. So then the producer asked JK if he has had sex with Alexa since he's been out. JK said no. He ain't admitting to nothing. He said no. JK said there is no proof or no evidence that they are more than just friends. What do you mean there's no proof? You think he's in court? There's no proof and there's no evidence. He thinks he's in court? JK said there is no proof and no evidence. The producer asked him if he's a good liar. JK said he's a very good liar. The producer asked him if he's lying now. JK laughed. Then he said, no, he's not lying. JK is not admitting to anything. Brooke told us that when JK got arrested, he was overdosing and decided to drive. She said he wrecked and the cops showed up and took him to the hospital. She said in the hospital, while he was on the table, he died 3 different times. She said, and then he went to prison. But he didn't go to prison for driving while high. He went to prison for manufacturing and distributing a controlled substance. That's why he went to prison. And possession of a controlled substance. He didn't go to prison for being high. The report that they showed didn't say anything about him being high. Brooke is on her high horse. She said JK hit rock bottom and now he's headed back in that direction. So then his mother told him if he goes back to prison, she's done with him. In their confessional, him and his mother, they're in a confessional together. And his mother asked him if he's using right now. JK told her no. He asked her, why did you ask me that? She should have told him, I have video surveillance of you looking high. But he got upset and he walked off because he's upset that she asked him that in front of the cameras. Because he said, we already discussed this. So he got upset and walked off. But JK said temptation is hard out here in the streets. Anyway, Brooke opened up her test results and she's not preggo. I knew she wasn't. JK said he dodged a bullet. The stepfather said, thank God. Brooke got up Went in the bathroom and cried. JK followed behind her and gave her a hug. One girlfriend miscarried his baby and the other one he can't get pregnant. Somebody's trying to tell JK something. Somebody's trying to tell you, JK, don't have any kids. Don't do it. Right? Anyway, they made up. Him and Brooke made up. But he said they need to get their shit together before they bring a child into the world. No shit, Sherlock. So they are all in the living room and Brooke asks JK again about Alex. He doesn't respond. His mother asks him in a not so gentle way if he had sex with Alex. He said no. JK ain't admitting to nothing. The mother told JK and Brooke to hit the reset button and move forward. So they pinky promised each other. So JK walked Brooke out to her car because she has to go pick up her kids. She's late to go pick up her kids. He hugged her, he kissed her, and he told her he loved her, and he told her someday he'll marry her. So next we see JK. He's in a confessional. His phone ring, and it's Alex. And Alex wants him to come by. He said it's hectic. Life is too hectic right now. I can't come by. So she told him we make time for what we want. So then he mentioned something about Brooke being crazy. And then Alex said, do you know how many times you've told me that you're going to leave her? You know how many times you told me you're done with her? You're done and you said you're done with her and you're leaving and it's over? Do you know how many times you've told me that? Alex told him that he will probably be back with Brooke the next day. Alex told him, well, you know my address and you know my phone number. So if you want to get with me, you know how to get in contact with me. And he said, yeah, all right, bye. That's the end of their episode. Last but not least, we have Kiana, Demondrick, and Joella. So we are at the birthday party with we're at the birthday party. Joella took Demondrick's money and refused to drop the charges against Kiana. They argue back and forth, and Demondrick told her he's leaving. She pushes him and told him, then go. You're moving too slow. Go. If you're leaving, go. I like that. She pushed him, told him, go. Get on out of here. But he chose the wrong time to give her the money. Why did he give her the money at the party? He shouldn't have given her the money at the birthday party. And what kind of birthday party was that anyway? The kids didn't have any fun. So Demondrick's stepmother had the nerve to go off on Joella in front of her 3 kids. She was out of line. That woman was out of line. She needed to mind her own damn business. Even her husband was telling her to calm down. So Joella said her and Demondrick have slept together over 50 times since he's been out. She been counting? Over 50 times, Joella? $50 times. He's only been out 4 months, right? 50 times? Is he that good? Anyway, the father, Demondrick's father said Joella feels like she always have to defend herself. You damn Skippy. If somebody's talking shit to me or coming at me crazy, I'm going to defend myself. She should defend herself. She don't have anybody else to defend her. The stepmother said Joella can kiss her ass. The stepmother doing too much. I think the stepmother want her own show. That ain't the way to go. That's not the way to do it, stepmother. Go sit in a corner somewhere. The father told Demondrick to get his house together. Get his life together. Get his house together. You can't just tell him to get his life together or get his house together. You got to tell him how to do it because he doesn't know how. He's been in jail. He don't know nothing about nothing. The father was trying to give Joella's son, his grandson, gifts, but Joella was so pissed she didn't want the damn gifts. She said, my son already got toys. He don't need no more damn toys. But I'm glad Joella took the money from Demondrick because imagine how much child support he owes. They got 3 kids and one is 8 years old. Imagine how much child support he owes her. I'm glad she took that money. But I don't understand Joella. She is having 3 kids with a criminal. Well, she has 3 kids with a criminal who doesn't support her or the kids. And then she's still messing around with him and he's living with somebody else. Leave that man alone, Joella. He's nothing. So we see Kiana and she's talking to her, either a friend or a cousin. I can't remember who it was. And she told the friend or a cousin that Demondrick went over to Joella's house to put the kids to sleep. What? He putting the kids to bed? That's hilarious. So the cousin slash friend said, mm-mm. She said, mm-mm. Then Demondrick called Kiana and told her what happened at the party, and then she went to pick him up. Joella she did finally take the gifts that the father had brought. I'm glad she did, because those kids need everything they can get. So next, Kiana and Demondrick are washing Kiana's car, and Demondrick told us in his confessional that he is not going to tell Kiana that Joella took the money and refused to drop the charges. He's scared to tell Kiana that, because she had told him not to give that girl that money. So while washing Kiana's car, he is talking shit about Joella. He said Joella needs to go to the Psych Institute and get checked out. He told Kiana that him and Joella was talking about why Kiana didn't show up. Kids didn't show up at the birthday party, and all of a sudden Joella went off key and started talking about they had sex 7 days ago. Kiana asked him, well, why would she say something like that? Are you having sex with her? And Demondrick said, hell no. Demondrick said he's either at work or with Kiana. Kiana said, you're going over there putting kids to bed. Demondrick said he put the kids to bed, then he came back home. Demondrick said Joella is bitter. Kiana told him she's not just making this, Joella wouldn't just make something up, you know. And in her confessional, Kiana said she need Demondrick to be honest. She said it's not worth losing your freedom. The relationship is not worth losing your freedom. And to me, that make her sound guilty. What do you mean she's going to lose her freedom? If you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't worry about losing your freedom. And then we saw a clip of somebody actually ended up vandalizing Joella's car. And Demondrick said, that don't even look like Kiana. So we'll see what happens next week. And that was the end of the episode. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.